what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. It is Thursday. It is noon Central Time. That means it is time for Dispatching Live. It's time to look at the load boards, talk about dispatching, logistics, etc. You know, even if there's plenty of loads and you can find good paying loads, the logistics themselves of booking the load, negotiating, getting the dispatch, getting the gate pass, getting the info to the driver, which mobile app are you going to use, where are you at, have you looked at the map, what are you going to pick up, what are you going to drop off first, etc. On and on it goes. So here on Dispatching Live, we take the time to break apart those problems, identify maybe what we can do better next time, what did we do wrong, how did we fix this, what do. We do all that. So do me a favor. Go ahead and leave a like. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then also, you see there's a share button below this video. If you know somebody in logistics, in auto transport, carrier, broker, dealer, dispatcher, somebody researching, a family member, we're going to be live for the next 90 minutes. And they can join us. So you just grab that YouTube link, text it, email it, share it on social media. We want to help. You might be saving somebody's life today. So, and that's what we're doing here. And what we also do is go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, because we coach people. And I'll put you in touch with Ty. Maybe you can join the roundtable later this month if you're growing your business and you want to network and find out who can help you in different areas with ideas, questions, or just moving loads. There's a weekly email, etc. And please do feel welcome to jump in the live chat. Vistaga's here. What's up, Vistaga? Thank you for joining us. Part of the core. Murphy Auto is in here. Now, Sue is my live co-host. We're going to open up the lines here in a second. On anybody. We're here to actually identify what's the problem and how do we fix it. And we also know a lot of stuff gets swept under the rug, right? This is auto transport, and some things just don't get talked about except privately on a fuel island and nobody else knows. Well, we're giving you the microphone. So we want to know, what is the problem? How can we help? Without naming company names, what is actually the random VIP problem that you're having? So with that, let's go to Sue. Hey, Sue,
Hey.
can you see us and hear us?
I can. How are you doing today, Jay?
And you got a full house, don't you?
Oh my God, yes. We have a lot of drivers on the road this week, and I'm training a lot of people. So we've got extra drivers on the road. I have one dispatcher that went on vacation this week, so we're handling her drivers too. So it's been kind of crazy.
Well, just listening, I mean, you know, because I get the luxury of, I'm just, you know, I'm sitting here in my office and weaving my media stuff or whatever, and I'm listening. we just kind of got ready here a few minutes ago, and I'm listening to The Office, and it is just taking me back to when I was in the dispatch office. And even if, that's why I said,
you mean nightmares?
Yeah, I mean, even if you can get loads, you still have all the logistics to deal with.
Oh yeah, I mean, we have to play detective anymore on half the loads we get, because even the big brokers don't give us the phone numbers. They don't, you know, half the time the addresses are wrong. I had it happen yesterday. They had an address wrong. And, you know, I always tell my drivers they're supposed to call ahead, at least an hour ahead, verify everything is ready to go. And of course, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. And they sent us to the wrong address. We had to backtrack about 25, 30 miles. And of course, you know, they don't take any, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, but they will not help in any way, shape, or form. It's like, whatever. And then like half the time their board doesn't work to where you can, I don't know if you realize, a lot of the bigger companies, you have to click on their emails to tell them whether it's picked up or delivered. Okay. And half the time that's not been working. Even if you mark them delivered, if you mark them picked up, then I'm getting the shall we say it, the ding ding dong final notice. If you don't tell us where you're at, we're going to give you, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I already did this. And it said all of our stuff was updated. And now all of a sudden I'm getting this. And so I give them the whole rundown. And it's just kind of like using, I can't say their name, but a big load company where we have to go back in time to take a load. It's like that. It's like their stuff is not accurate. And so it's hard to be efficient and do what we're supposed to do when their stuff doesn't work. And then they're like on our backs going, hey, you don't let us know. Well, yeah, we do, but your stuff isn't working. So
You know, it's
that's
so
a regular
weird.
thing.
It's so weird how this really, really big broker that keeps getting bigger. I mean, they are pumping, we're the greatest. I mean, I see it on
Yes.
LinkedIn. I see it on other media
Yes.
resources. I mean, trade shows, all
Yes.
this stuff. And when
Yes.
it comes to auto transport, man, it just stinks. What is going on?
Yeah, it does.
How?
I don't know because, like I said, half the time I'm not getting phone numbers, or the stuff is wrong. I'm playing detective. I'm finding where they're at. Who do we need to talk to? That kind of thing. And they're more interested in just, oh, we'll just cancel the load instead of
Right.
doing their job, shall we
You are
say?
killing me today
You
already. I
know,
mean, final
yeah.
notice, garbage tech, and then they just right rather than how by the way, how do they get so much wrong information? I don't even understand that. It's their load, right?
I think we were talking about it last week. I think, is it what? Say that again.
But do they not check? Does
What did you say
nobody
was
check?
lost? No, I think it's, see, what I always say, what they always say is it's marketing. Marketing gets the loads, but marketing isn't verifying anything. So they just pass it
Oh
off
yeah.
to dispatch. Dispatch lists the loads and they don't verify it. I mean, I get it that as transporters, we're supposed to verify the information, but we
But
have to
why?
have
But if
the
you're
correct
taking,
information.
well, yeah, if you're taking a cut as a broker,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
You don't go to
Do
the
your
grocery
job.
store, go to the meat department, and the butcher's like, I don't know what you want. Here, take a leg, take a knee.
Yeah.
I mean, no, man. I
Yeah.
know what.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that worked at all, but
You're right. And I mean, and it happens every single day, at least 2 to 3 times a day. Like I've got
how?
a load over here. We didn't have a phone number for another big company for delivery. How hard is that? You got the load. So we have to look it up, make sure it's the right address, make sure, because there was several places for this company in Miami. And so we had to call and make sure it was the right place we were really delivering to. I mean, they couldn't have canceled it on me because we already had it on a truck, but still would like to have the information. And if I were to call them and ask them for the information, they would say, I'll get back to you. And they would never call me back. I will guarantee you that.
So
There's no doubt about it. That's just what they do.
so I want. Here's what I want to know because Ty has a
No,
guess.
not Montway.
Well, exactly. Because here's the thing.
Not Montway.
Ty doesn't work in dispatching.
Right.
I'll bet $1 to a donut because that's not a real bet. That sounds like something somebody might say in auto transport. So I'll bet $1
Yes.
to a donut. What is the name of the big broker that we're talking about that dispatches garbage loads and I guess doesn't know about it? There's a dispatcher out there that knows
not
this
garbage.
company.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
So
clarify.
I'll say they're not garbage loads. They're
So
they're good loads, but they don't always have all the information.
Thank you. Okay, right. I'm getting a phone call. I think the broker's calling me. Okay, so like to
But it is not Montway.
in fact,
I will tell you
the
that.
broker's like, listen, they're not garbage loads, just like Sue said. They're good loads full of garbage information.
Yeah, they're just not verified. I mean, like I said, I get that we're supposed to verify our own loads, but if you don't give us the proper information for pickup or for delivery, then how are we supposed to do our jobs efficiently as well? And I mean, that's their job. They should be verifying these loads before they even put them on the load board.
Let's put it to the
And they're not.
shipper. If you're the shipper and you have
Yeah.
bought into how great this company is, and you were to find out how much garbage information is in the dispatch, how's this shipper gonna feel?
Yeah,
Like, really?
exactly.
You're not gonna give the
Exactly.
transporter our
Yeah.
phone number? You're gonna give the transporter our wrong
Yeah.
address.
Right.
Think of the
And why
shipper,
are you,
man.
this is what we usually get is, why are you calling me? You know what I mean? Like, or if we're not given like the release or something like that, and they're like, we don't have a release. I don't know what to do for you. I have to call down there to wherever we're delivering it to and usually get the release. And they're like, well, I gave this to the broker. And I'm like, well, they say they don't have it and I've got to have it to pick up. Happens all the time.
This is why.
I mean, that's just a regular.
And that's why I used to do this joke all the time. I don't know why, but as a dispatcher, you gotta, okay, you're the shipper, you're the broker. Okay, so she said this and he said, okay, she said these. Why am I doing this? What's the deal, dude? Just talk to each other. You guys arranged for a load at some point, right? You didn't like meet at a bar in El Paso in the middle of the night and somebody slid a piece of paper like, hey man, but hey, this is a load that I need moved. Like, get some information. Okay. I can't help but, what is it, Sue?
I don't know. I think sometimes there's too many people in the mix of this whole process when you're a big broker, honestly, because you have marketing people, dispatch people, you have, carrier compliance, you have all these roles, right? And if marketing is just selling it, they're not going to verify it. They're just selling that crap. You know what I mean? So then it should go to dispatch, and before they even list the car, somewhere in between there should be verifying this. And it would be so much easier if we had a person's name for pickup and a person's name for delivery. We never get those. Sometimes we get them and it's usually somebody that's been fired or left years ago. So we usually call, like I always train my girls on, like, if it's a new car, you ask for a new car salesman. If it's a used car, you ask for a used car salesman, because if you just call up and just say, hey, I'm trying to verify a car, they're going to go, I don't know what you mean, most of the time for a dealership. Okay.
That is the truth. I love what you just said. And I've done that. I've called a dealership and whoever answered the phone, I've said, I'm trying to verify a car. And they're like, what?
Yeah. We should do that sometime. We should have me verify a car and listen to what they say, because it's hit and miss. Sometimes I'm like, bing, bang, boom, it's done. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, you need to talk to this person and you got to leave a voicemail. They never call back. Just so everybody knows, no dealership hardly ever calls back.
Almost
it may
never.
happen 1 out of every 20 times.
Yeah.
And like I try to explain to my girls when I'm training them, you have to be like a dog with a bone. You got to keep calling that thing over and over again until you get the answer, especially if your driver's about to be there or going to be there in an hour or something like that. Because a lot of times at dealerships, you have to park in a certain spot. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck, or they want you on the middle of the highway. You got to know these things for pickups on certain areas. Or it's same thing with the residents. They never answer the phone because they're getting their hair did or something like that.
Oh my God,
right?
the residents.
Right? So,
or if they do, actually,
you gotta call.
You know what? I'd rather leave a resident a voicemail, because if you get them on the phone, they got 20 questions. Again, where was the broker on all these questions? What do brokers do half the time?
No, because
I know that's not fair,
a lot of
but
times
seriously,
we're training them.
As a dispatcher,
a lot of it
you
is
wonder
true.
this on a regular basis, and I just want to say this,
yes,
because I've seen the video again. I saw another video come out about how this is a great time to make a crap load of money as a broker. Can we talk about, if you're going to make a crap load of money as a broker, can there be some stuff that you do so the dispatcher doesn't have to put on a detective hat every time they book a load?
Exactly.
Can we do that?
Like, give me a name of a person, please. That's what would be nice. So when I call, I don't have to say, I need to talk to the used car manager, who always says, I don't have time to talk to you, so talk to this guy, or talk to finance, or talk to, my favorite ones are the ones that you have to talk to the porter at the dealership.
Porters don't
never
know.
Answer the phone.
I mean, porters will help.
No, I know. They're like, you got to talk to the porter.
But
and I'm like, oh, great.
The reason they said that is because the porter is the only guy there that'll actually go out of his way to try to help you. Okay, now that's not fair either.
I don't know about that. Well, well, like, for example, I'm going to give you, this is my favorite one. There's a big dealership over in Wichita that if you try to get a load off of Central, they never, ever answer the phone. So you have to call and call and call. Even if you call in, they're like, oh, it's the porter who dispatches the car. I'm like, what the hell? Why would you have a porter dispatching the car when they never answer the phone? And that's the only way you can get it done. So you have to, if you get that car from this company out of Wichita, you might as well like ring bells and everything else, because it's a miracle that you finally got it. Okay. Because that's a regular thing with them. Great. They pay great. That's why everybody calls them, because they always pay like $1 a mile. But that's because they don't answer the damn phone.
But
So
and I tell you, I really do. Back to marketing and dispatch and whoever. If there's somebody there, I've actually gone back to the broker and said, "Hey, just so you know, this person's not there anymore." That was the name on the contact, and they just leave it there. They don't fix it. Like, really? So you don't have. There's no inbox for like feedback. And again, the reason this makes me so crazy is I know LinkedIn and all these places are full of all these happy, wonderful messages, but the truth is you just don't take any feedback of the actual information that actually matters. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's true.
It sucks, man. Logistics
sucks. It is. It makes our lives really hectic and crazy.
And you sent me this email, suck. What is that? What happened? What happened there? Right? What happened there?
I gotta remember that one.
Here, I'll read.
Which one was it? Hold on, let me go find it. Read it for me, yeah. Minus the name.
Okay, exactly. Okay, seriously, they dispatched me 2 units. I call the location. No one knows anything. So I'm talking to them on chat, telling them I need some assistance. They say they're going to cancel instead of doing their job to get me names and numbers. Okay, so you told me that one, but I mean, it deserves more than just a tweet. The thing is, this is ridiculous because this was your anchor load, right? So you put time. Again. I think it was your anchor load. Like you put the time in to search the load board. Then you put the time in to work it out with your driver or whatever you're doing. You're working. Okay, this is part of your work.
Right.
It's not like it'd be like at a restaurant if you built a meal and brought it out to the table, but everybody had disappeared. You're gonna be this is a problem. But in auto transport, it's just another day. Oh well, all that work lost. Nobody cares. Deal. Right? No big deal. Let's just do another happy post somewhere. Man, I get worked up.
And I've noticed it's gotten worse.
It just keeps getting worse. A lot worse. I know, because
it's like nobody wants to do their job.
As long as you've got all these great people with titles and social media and crap, you don't have to actually do any work in the back end. Nobody. Hey man, we got 5 CEOs. Who's worried about how it actually goes for the little logistics people? We don't care.
Right. They do not.
They don't
care. They think we're going to just do it all, which I guess we are.
And you know
we are doing it all. And, I can't imagine.
I heard it.
I can't imagine a driver having to go through all the hoops that we go through. They would be throwing the phone through their windshield on a regular basis, I think.
Oh my God. Honestly. Well, how about the one you said? Okay, wait. You called about a load. It wasn't a load. Then you get contacted by a dispatcher. What happened? Was that you?
Well, it was like.
Or no? No. I'm sorry. Like, this is another guy. This is how this show has grown. Listen to this. I got an email today. So, hey, you know when?
Okay.
He says, I'm not making this up. You know when you call on a load and you never hear back, and at that point you think somebody got screwed? Several hours later, I got a text that reads, "Hello, my name is blankety blank. I'm from a company that provides dispatch and logbook services. Do you need a dispatcher?" So that dummy load, which is funny because it was a broker that called it a dummy load. Here's a dispatcher creating dummy loads to get drivers to call on the load. Then they take that information and then they come back in a few hours and they're actually selling dispatch services. There was no load.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
That's kind of scandalous.
Right?
That's kind of scandalous.
Dude, tell me another industry.
Why would you want... Why would you want to work for somebody like that?
That would be like,
you know
totally.
What I mean?
Exactly. Because this is Lucha Libre Auto Transport. It'd be like if you go to Walmart. Hey, hi, can I help you find something? Yeah, I'm looking for some dinnerware. Oh, that's interesting. Well, listen, I have some lingerie in the truck in the back. You know, like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's auto transport. In fact, there's no better time to share, once again, the beauty of, here, let's do this. Here's a load. Michigan to Michigan, 2100. Okay, I think that's a dummy load. I think somebody's just learning what they're doing.
That's got to be a dummy load. That could be.
Right, I think that's a trainee. But anyways, we know we love to celebrate an actual pickup, actual delivery. Spray the champagne on your neighbor because you just posted another actual pick. And we're going to come back to this when we see these. We're going to see these loads today. I know we are. I wonder. Here's what I want to know: how many times today will we spray champagne? That's what I want to know. I guarantee that's what somebody in the office wants to know. Yeah.
I have a load that's in BFE, and I'm like, I'm not putting actually picking up. I'm putting in where it's really at instead of it's in Gilmore, Texas. I don't know if anybody knows where Gilmore, Texas is, but it's kind of been BFE. It's to the east of Dallas, and we were all laughing. I'm like, should I put in Dallas and then put it actually picks up in Gilmore, Texas? I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
You should, because then you can spray champagne across the cubicle. Remember, this is what I want to share. Put on your mask and jump right in, because this is auto transport and anything goes. Literally. And yeah, as Ty put in the live chat, it's a refrigerator. It could be a refrigerator. We don't know. There's a phone number.
This day and age, you're right.
We don't even know where the refrigerator really is. But you are a VIP, and we want to take care of you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You can take the screen back. Hey, what's up, Lambo? Happy hauling. Yeah, if you can find it, and you can figure out what it is, where it is, and what time you can pick it up. Yes, happy hauling. And right now, I guarantee, I know there's somebody right now like, man, I never have any of these problems. I don't know what these guys are talking about. This is a nutty show. I'm definitely gonna go back to that video that talks about spreading $100 bills all over the place, because that's what I want to know about. Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, and the username and password is there.
I think I need a sip of coffee.
No, he's not. I get that.
I probably need to cut back and switch to Sank.
Hang on just a second. No. Okay, but it is progressive. I've gone on.
All right, so I muted her because she's got, this is what's. Thank you, logistics, for just being everything's so easy peasy. Just hit a button, answer the phone again, find out where your load is. Maybe we should go. We could go to Muggo Problems, and I think I looked at. Oh, here we go. Do you have to fill a carrier packet to haul Metro cars? The answer is. I don't know if it's a packet, but is it?
It is. It's drift.
It is. Oh, it is a packet. Is it a packet for Metro? How do you get signed up for Metro? Or they send you to a link?
Am I on mute?
No, I took you off.
Yes, you. Okay, so yeah, you have to actually you go to the Metro Loads page, which is metroloads.com, and in fact, I'll show you right now on the screen. Is right here where it says sign up. That's where you click on, and then it will take you through the process of doing all the stuff for it. So what you want to do too is if you get my packet from me, all you have to do, I've got all the links for all the major companies, and all you have to do is click on all the links. It'll take you to everybody too.
Ooh,
and I just now got one of my drivers signed up with Metrogistics myself. So they just sent me the email telling me to go get my password set up.
What's the best way to get a hold of you to get your packet? Call? Email?
You don't need a call. No, you don't need a call.
No, I mean
that link I just showed you at, that's where you go.
Oh, you just showed it.
Email me.
Oh, email you.
Yeah,
okay.
Email me. It's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I'll send you the packet. I had someone ask me for it yesterday, in fact. I've also got the dispatching 101 that people have been asking me for too, on how to verify and stuff like that. If you want that, please, send the request. I'll send it over to you. It's very helpful.
Well, and even if nothing else, just as you were saying, kind of like because you're building these resources, Brian with the DOT compliance show is starting to recognize a pattern, and he's talking about putting together some information too. So it's kind of neat. This channel isn't just Jay. losing his mind over logistics. That's kind of cool.
It is. It's been kind of crazy with all of these. I finally got the Ready Auto link too for setting up. What was weird in the link that I got though, it says, and I haven't tried to set one of my new guys up yet, but it does say. In fact, maybe I should go to it and show you guys.
Is it the form.jot form?
No.
Oh.
Nope, it's totally different. They want you to go to their website, and then you have to. Let me find the link here, so I can show everybody. What's concerning me, and I don't know if I'm reading this right, but it says that you have to have 2 years experience. If that's the case, we're all screwed. Hold on.
Yeah, 2 years is, man, that's, well.
I'm trying to find my email from her. She sent it to me last night. Here we go. So she says you have to go to their website, which I'm going to bring over here to y'all.
All right, cool. Okay, honey. All right. So if you're listening online, we're getting a lot of podcast clicks. So we're going to carrierconnect.readylogistics.com.
Yeah. So then it says you have to go down here where it says, she said to find, and this is what I thought was confusing. She's like, then find the place that says that you want to become a carrier. So I had to go through all this stuff to find where we had to go. Oh, it was in the blog.
This is just to get you ready for what it's like to actually dispatch loads.
Yeah. This is to get you set up on just one person. Okay, so it says become a carrier partner. I think this is where I went next. And then it says apply here. So I haven't done this yet because we've been just totally crazy swamped, but I'm going to start on this tonight.
Cool.
But this is the only thing. And it says broker authority, which none of us have broker authority. So I'm not sure if I'm in the right spot or not.
Weird.
Yeah. Up here, it says carriers. I don't know why you would be a broker and signing up for them. Does that make sense to you? Doesn't because you wouldn't be, right?
Do they allow? They don't allow people to post their own loads on their load board. That's what
yes, they do.
Do they?
No, they do. Yes, they charge a fee for it, but it's usually dealerships that I've had do that. Now, that was a couple years ago. I haven't seen them in a long time. And how you could tell the difference between the two when you took a load from Ready was they were usually CODs. And you know, as well as I do, Ready never does CODs. It's all ACH from them.
Oh, yeah, right.
But,
I've seen that, yeah.
But when I got a COD car, then I knew it was the dealership that used their load board to list the car. I don't know why you would have to have broker authority. I think this should be separated in two places.
You know what? You know what this is? Marketing person strikes again. Right? Because the marketing person does not know. You know, maybe we don't need dispatchers anymore. We just need more marketing people.
Okay, so this says if you want to become a valued carrier partner for Ready Logistics, and then you just keep going through the next step. Oh, okay. I think it's just a screw up personally on this part of it because you're not going to have broker authority. So I'll tell you all about it next week if I don't have any problems getting signed up. But that's the link. If somebody wants it, they can send me an email. I'll send you the link for the new registration, or you can just follow it up here at the top and just type in all this stuff too. It'll take you to it.
Sue, what's the Dickinson
but it is in the blog.
What is Dickinson? What is that all about?
That's just they're partnering with Dickinson Fleet Service.
What does that mean?
So I'm assuming they're putting their fleet services under Ready Auto, and they're just letting everybody know. I don't know.
What does Dickinson Fleet Services offer? Do we know?
I'm not sure. Let's go look.
You know, it's the kind of that random news like, check out our new Dickinson. Okay, well, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
It's a nation's.
Is that a freight thing? I don't know what this is. Telematics?
What it says? No, they're car haulers. What it looks like. One
cameras
call,
in your
one source. Truck. Wait a second. What's
one
that?
Call, one source for all your fleet service needs. Oh, it's maintenance. Right. Thank you. This is maintenance.
Or mobile service trucks.
Okay,
That's
so
what
is this?
700 mobile service trucks.
Okay. Now, question.
That's why.
So if you book a load through Ready, you don't get Dickinson for free. What are they saying? You can connect through
No.
Dickinson through like Ready?
It's,
I still don't understand
yeah,
what
I think
you get.
they're just telling you about them. It looks like, and also it looks like, look, they also do. They have medium duty fleets class 3 to 6 and heavy duty fleets class 7 to 8. Does that mean class like as in 7 to 8 car hauler?
No, this is
Is that how you would take that?
This is the size of your power unit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is power unit talk.
Okay.
So the question is, do you get a discount, or is this creative marketing? I still don't know what you get.
I think it's just creative marketing is what it's looking like. Because look, okay, here you go.
Awesome.
That's what they're doing. So they're doing repairs. They're doing whatever that guy's doing. What he's doing.
He's probably putting a top on after they took it off at the bridge.
Took the top off. They peeled it off the bridge. Could be.
Like a sardine can in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Oh my God, that's crazy stuff.
Because I think if we go back here, I think they're advertising other, let's see what else they got on here. Carrier recognition awards for March. So yeah, I would say it's just a cross marketing technique, maybe something like that. You know.
I wonder if you get a discount.
I don't, and I mean, you could always ask, hey, you're listed on Ready Auto's website. They said you give us a discount if we call you.
What do you think they'd send me to the porter?
That's right. Yes. So 2 things about them. We're sending our certs like, I don't know, 3-4 times to this place. I think it's because they're so swamped they don't know what to do with themselves.
Oh no.
But they constantly send out saying they don't have it. You resend it to them, then you get it. Makes no sense. I just happen to have it. But then once you do that, then a certus is sending me an email saying, well, we need one for Metrologistics as well. I'm like, well, why are we doing 2? If RMIS, yeah, they're like nationwide.
That's your parent company, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. RMIS isn't their, I mean, it's not their parent company.
No, I mean, but if Certus is the parent company of Metro Loads, right?
Right. And if you're using RMIS to, keep the certs updated and everything for all your transporters that you have listed, then you should only need it to be RMIS because they're going to notify you if our insurance is canceled or not paid or something like that. So we're doing double duty and I can't figure out why.
Wouldn't that be like Ready says, well, you're going to need one for Mannheim also? Aren't you guys Mannheim?
Right. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be like that. And I can't believe that they've never used RMIS before, as big as Mannheim, Central Dispatch, everything is. Central Dispatch should use RMIS. I know that Easy Auto Ship said it's very expensive, but Jesus, how much is Central charging us? So they should be able to use RMIS.
Hey, if we get you set up with RMIS, we're probably going to have to raise it up another $100 a month. So, you're going to have to pick.
Yeah. No. Let me check
that went over like a Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, so yes, I got a Jen. I'll send it to you.
I included the Carlos.
Now somebody in the podcast is like, wait, is he kidding? He's got to be kidding.
It was different than
but he was so mad about logistics earlier, and now he's joking about.
So Jen just tried to sign up with Ready Auto with one of the drivers right now while we were doing this.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
And they said that we had to sign up with RMIS.
ACB I logged into his Ready Logistics and a box came up saying I have to register with RMIS and I had to click on that link. But I don't
she say it was.
That, so I said mine.
Oh,
did she say it was
so
an
no,
ACB
she's saying
car?
one of our carriers are. No, it's Ready Auto. So, no, ACB is Carlos. Yeah. Hey, Carlos, I'm not sure if you're listening to us today, but anyway,
hey, Carlos.
He's usually on the show.
Yeah, he's busy.
Anyways, she tried to get on the rap board to get a car for him, and as soon as she did, it said she had to sign up with RMIS and click the link. So I haven't tried to get a load from Rat today, so no, I do not.
For the folks in TV land, Sue, what is what is RMIS and what's the purpose of it, please?
Okay, so RMIS is registering, monitoring, insurance systems, I think, or something to that services. Okay, so what they do is they monitor all the transporters if you send in your cert, then they keep track of whether your insurance is shut off or, when it's time to renew, that kind of thing. And a lot of the bigger brokers use RMIS because it keeps track of it. And that way, if, like instead of where we have to check as a broker, we check to make sure we get a cert from them every time they do a load for us that they're current. This would keep track of it. If they weren't current, it would kick them out and tell them you can't haul for them. Mm-hmm. So that's why a lot of the bigger brokers use RMIS, because they don't have to keep track of each individual transporter. It keeps track of it for them. And I believe Easy Auto Ship a couple weeks ago, said it is very expensive though to use.
Are there any alternatives to RMIS that aren't as expensive? Do we know?
Not that I know of. I mean, it doesn't cost us anything as a transporter to send them a cert, but I don't know of any other companies. And RMIS has been open for many, many years. I didn't know it was expensive to use until he said that. So I've always said that all the brokers could use it. It would be great.
Manual labor is probably the alternative, right? That's where right? Well, you're going to need to call your insurance company and get us a certificate, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's the alternative.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you do, yeah.
What's expensive? Do we know?
He never told us. But if I assume it's expensive, it's so much a month, you know what I mean? I thought he said like a couple thousand a month or something. Didn't he say something like that? It was high. It was really high, whatever he told us.
That is insane. Really?
We'll have to go back and watch the show. I'm not sure.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he said that. I thought he said thousands.
Because he said it, on Dispatching Live a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
There's no pricing on the website.
When he was on the show with us.
It's kind of like when you go to a restaurant and there's just like, you look at the menu and it just says like 60. It's like 60,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Crazy.
All right. Well, it sounds like a cool service, but
packets?
That definitely is going to be a barrier for most. But yeah, Ready should have the money, so that's cool.
Well, it sounds like they have switched, because if Jen just went to it, that's what that means. They're wanting us to go through RMIS now.
This dog, My Carrier Packets,
is
a company that does that. Oh,
really?
Well,
that's what it's called, huh?
I think it's a response to an earlier. I think we're on delay here. Hey, who wants to look for loads? Do we need to? We haven't even done. How many loads are on Central Dispatch?
No, we haven't looked for loads. The amount of loads today are 57,617. We were at 58,994 last week, so we're not even down 1,000, which is good or bad, however you want to look at it. Good for transporters, bad for brokers. I'm not sure what you wanted to say.
Well,
okay. So Bistaga said My Carrier Packets is actually a company online.
Oh, get out of here!
So I'm assuming they do all of his packets for him. Yeah, it's right here.
Carrier Packets. That's a great idea.
Right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
MyCarrierPackets.com. No way. That's
that's great for a transporter that doesn't have a dispatcher. I mean, honestly, because packets sometimes they're usually 10, 12, sometimes 20 pages long. Some of them are not. So I get it. I could see if you were, just a transporter, didn't have anybody to help you, I would use something like that too. I wonder how efficient they are, how fast they do them for them. Because you know how they are. A lot of these packets have to be done bing, bang, boom, or they're not holding the load for you.
Well, exactly. That's $200 a month. I wonder, that's actually for a carrier. Here's the thing is that we always talk about like nickel and dime and this and that, but really a carrier can make good money. $200 a month might be worth it if that helps you run and gun. But you still need the maybe, do you think on My Carrier Packets that they take care of making sure your insurance is updated and spoken for? In fact, if you look at the bottom of mycarrierpackets.com, you've got Assure Assist Inc. And that sounds like insurance stuff. But I'm speculating. Travis Nix, the load board was sitting at 70,000 loads Sunday night waiting to start the week. Wow. On this, by the way.
Probably 60 days. Right?
What exactly? How do you get your number? Let's talk about that for a second. Where do you get how do you
Okay.
get this number?
My numbers are only 3 days because I don't look for the 60-day loads because there's no point.
Okay, wonderful.
Because
Okay.
60 days out, those loads usually aren't going to be any good either. I mean, you know how this works. You can't book that far out in advance because even if you did, by the time you got close to it, they're going to say they canceled or something else. So I always do it in 3 days. 3 days might be too small, but that's usually the time frame you're looking for loads. You're looking within 3 days, let's get moving kind of thing. You can book
Unfortunately,
out
it's true.
further in advance right now, though, because of how many loads there are on the board. But I still have had resistance. You know, on Friday, we were booking people for Tuesday because of the holiday. I was still getting resistance for that.
Wow.
They did not want to give us the loads. It was
Jeez,
stupid.
man. That's another one. That drives me crazy. Let's say
Yeah.
that again. It's Friday. What time Friday? Ish.
We were booking all day Friday, and we were trying to pick up loads for Tuesday. And
And
they
Monday's
were
a
saying, no,
holiday.
we want them picked up either Friday or Monday. Yeah. And we're like, Monday, Copart wasn't open. IA wasn't open. Now the Manheims and stuff were open. But you know as well as I do, unless you find all the loads in one spot, that's not going to happen either. And that doesn't happen very often. So,
No, and Monday, that's Memorial. I mean, Memorial Day is a bona fide federal holiday. I mean, a lot of people are planning on taking that day off. That includes carriers, brokers, workers, bankers, you know, lots of people.
Yeah.
Residents, you know, how many
Yeah.
residents want to mess around with a car on Memorial Day? Probably not that many. I mean,
they're not.
some.
They won't. No.
Yeah. So
No.
so if it's
They're not going
Friday,
to.
let's go to the calendar. If it's Friday, leading into a weekend, and Monday is a federal bona fide holiday, you're not going to let me book for pickup Tuesday? What's the excuse there?
Yeah. They always say we want it picked up before then. I had a few of them say
well,
at the
what's
end of the day, if I
before
don't
then?
have somebody, I'll give it to you for Tuesday. Well, I guess they either wanted it Friday, Saturday, or Monday. I mean, Monday wasn't going to happen, but either that day or Friday. But if it was Copart or IA, it's Tuesday.
No, this is where I'd probably go. Do you realize there are 60,000, maybe 70,000 loads on the load board, right? And
Yeah.
not
happen.
as many carriers as they used to be. I don't know. I mean, were they? What is it? Paying $2 a mile to move a trash can? Why won't this load? Why can't you pick it up?
exactly.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that was the reason mainly was
I don't
Copart
get
IA.
it.
Hey Jay, give me 2 seconds, can you?
Yeah, no, sure. Sue is busy as heck today. Oh yeah, you got it. So let's see, we got Travis says they're usually a build up over the weekend. I search up to 7 days out. Okay, that's cool. That's smart. And I've booked far ahead too. I still remember a load that I saw. I rarely book, 30 days out. There was a good paying load. I saw it. I don't know if the driver told me about it. I don't know. Go through all the rigmarole. How are you doing? Send the birthday cards to the nieces and all the high fives and the graduation and the champagne and all that stuff. And then the packet and the insurance, everything. And then a week before, get the phone call. Oh, yeah, sorry, canceled. I thought, why did we do all that stuff? Like, why? What was the point? Ryan, I need some $1,000 vans or trucks to move from Florida. What's good? I need some $1,000 vans or trucks to move from Florida. What's good? So I guess we're looking for gold bar, large gold bars, van-sized gold bars out of Florida. So we'll be looking for that. That's pretty cool. Vistaga 1, Vistaga 2. 1, 2. Check, check. Mic check 1, 2. Let's do the Muggo problems. That's fun stuff. And then actually we got Larry, but I want to save. I'm going to do. Oh, that's cool. Here we're going to do Muggo problems. Ready?
Cool. Okay.
Oh wait, that's not it. Here we go.
That's Larry.
Yeah, exactly. I almost queued up Larry. I hope it's not a repeat. Yeah, it is. Okay, I think we got something here. All right, so COD is great. But if that's all you want to do, you won't make much money. And I don't make enough money to spend all day hoping I find COD loads. I don't make money searching for miracles all day that don't exist.
I do have people that only want CODs. You're right. And I say the same thing. Can't do it.
I mean, that is one passive-aggressive, irritated response. but I have said, I'm a dispatcher. I'm not a miracle worker.
Right. Well, and it's kind of the same thing. It's not just even CODs. When they say they only want quick pays, that's the same concept. You can't just look for that. They're not existent either. I mean, I might be able to do some quick pays with some 5 or 10 day pays, but you're not going to get all quick pays or all CODs. If you're that, this is what I always say, if you're that tight on money, then you need a factoring company. That way you can keep your cash flow going. I mean, that's honestly the way I look at it.
And here's the problem. If you need a factoring company that bad, you are on your way to
what? Closing? What?
Ty?
On your way to what?
You're on your way to somewhere. Ty is going to fill in the blank. Ty, if you need a factoring, what? If you need a factoring company so bad that you've been only getting COD loads for the last couple weeks and it's still not enough, what's next? He's probably on a phone call or something.
Well, here's my thing with factoring companies. I don't think it's a big deal if you need a factoring company to keep a cash flow. Because they don't take that much of a percentage. So to me, it makes sense.
I like how you
because
push
there's a lot of
back
the big
on
brokers
this.
for you
It's good.
Well, they don't bother me. I got a lot of drivers that use them. Most of them take anywhere between 2 to 4%, and a lot of the big brokers, if you want a quick pay, take 5%. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. So you could have your money within 24 hours to do that. That way you could take 30-day pays. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Of course, all of that is factored on your credit, the broker's credit, that kind of thing, as whether they'll factor it or not. Now,
Brian's
if you're running so
got
tight
it.
on,
But here's what I like about what you're saying about the factoring company. Where'd that toothpick come from? We're talking about factoring companies. The thing is, if the broker's charging more than the factoring company, that should tell you something. That's funny. Because I've always, or never, it's one of those two, liked when I see on the, you're filling out, like, that form where you got to choose one. You only get one. You can only choose once in a lifetime whether you want, like, 30-day pay, quick pay, or COD. And once you fill out that form, you are locked in until they slide you into the moratorium or whatever. Crematorium. So you choose that, and they say you can have your money, but we're going to keep 10% because we're going to get it to you right away or whatever. I'm like, what? How do you charge more than the horse racetrack charges? I booked a load with you. Why does it cost that much for me to see my money? Anyways, my whole point is, if a factoring company is charging less than a major broker, that sounds like progress.
Yeah. And I mean, they're still making money off of it, you know what I mean? But that's just the way it goes. Let's see. Were we supposed to look at?
Does anybody know who the horse track broker is? What is the name of the broker that keeps more money than a horse track for a load that you moved for them?
The highest percentage we get taken out is 6%. Okay.
6 is lower than I was thinking.
Vistago says, hey, who's Triumph 6? Is that something?
I think he meant Triumph. I'm going to guess 6 is near the H. I think it's Triumph.
Okay, so if it's Triumph Pay, they take 6%.
Oh.
Not 3. Because we use, that's for RPM, and it's 6%. Okay.
Brian
Do we
wants
need?
some.
Okay,
Brian
so
wants big stuff.
gold bars
Big gold
out
of
of
Florida. Yeah.
I do have Florida up, Brian. Hold on.
Show me big gold. We need the. I need the. What's the Richard Dawson game? Show me big gold.
All right, I already had it up. Let me refresh it. That way we get anything new. Let's see. All right, 455. I put $1 a mile, just so everybody knows it's Florida at all, $1 a mile, and with a minimum of $300. So we got 455 loads out of Florida, which I totally believe it's kind of crazy there.
Cool.
All right. So we got some stuff going to Alabama. Obviously,
what is a raptor
these are in alphabetical order, so that's why. I think that, crane. My friend, is a travel trailer. Oh. That's because, look, it's 35 foot by 8 by 12. That's a Keystone is a travel trailer usually. Never heard of a Raptor though.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Travel trailer. So it's Pursuit probably.
It's just they're probably just saying a gooseneck trailer. Yeah, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. See.
Okay. So it looks like I get the feeling we're going to see several travel trailers up here today. Because there's another one, too, right?
Usually if there's one, there's 15.
Yeah,
yeah, right there.
Yep.
This is a 32 foot. Yep, that's another one. This one says needs a trailer / needs trailer. Is that a boat?
Oh, God.
What the hell is that?
Even better.
Why would you need a trailer?
I don't know, but look it up. I want to see a boat. Show me a boat!
Oh, okay, that didn't work. Let's put this stuff. Yep, it's a boat.
Hey, we got a winner.
That's a fishing boat, I think is what that is. And it needs a trailer.
Boy, that even better. I love it already. And it's only $1.26
another
a mile.
Boat.
Great.
Yeah, and here's another boat.
Oh, great.
Right, weighs 11,000 pounds.
Fantastic.
Since when does a boat weigh that kind of? That must be like huge.
I wonder how much they'll take if I want COD. Florida to California. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So this is all Florida to Florida.
Okay, we're still looking for trucks and vans, Brian. We have not forgot about you, although it sure feels like it.
I'm sorry. All we can find, Brian, are boats and RVs.
We got some boats and travel trailers.
Here's another RV.
Wait, okay, so we are looking trucks and vans.
Hey, at least, oh wait, it says winch on. What? You can't. What? Hold on.
What's a Rockwood?
You don't winch on it.
Is that a boat or a travel trailer?
It's a travel trailer because I know the.
Do we need to filter out travel trailers?
Put that on a.
Is there a?
Apparently,
can we
do.
How many loads are there minus travel trailers?
2. Oh my! All right, let's see.
Brian's like, come on with it. Oh shoot.
Rincon. I mean, there's some good loads on here.
Okay.
Big stuff. I'm not seeing a lot of. There's an.
Are we seeing any patterns? Oh,
right there.
You got $1 a mile to Atlanta.
That's
that sounds
big.
like a pretty good deal. Let's say you took a load to Atlanta. Can you get back? Can you get back quickly and make some more money?
Yeah, there's loads out of Atlanta going back. They're not paying that great, 50 cents a mile. Some are less than that. I took 5 units to Atlanta from Atlanta to, it was like Fort Lauderdale area for about $1,700 last week. And then I took 2 2-packs back home for about the same, just because the guy wanted to do a short run up and back. Which isn't bad considering for Florida, but
where would you? Let's say you wanted to pick up in Florida and go somewhere like, Texas to Ohio to Maryland. What state would you pick? Carolinas, Virginia, Alabama, Tennessee.
If I was going to do anywhere, I would always go to Ohio or Kentucky.
Okay.
Or Michigan, just because the loads pay so well out of there. You're going to get $1 a mile per car, usually always out of those areas. Texas, not so much. You're going to get decent loads out of Texas sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, it's kind of like you're lucky if you get a good pack. Like we just took a 3-pack from Dallas, Manheim to Nashville for 1,200, which is 400 a car. It was like 57 cents a car. Not great, but my driver likes to have packs. So I take packs to get him out of there. So he actually ends up making more money instead of driving around in Dallas or driving around in the next place. He can pick back up and turn and burn out of there. So always keep that in mind. Sometimes you're going to go with a little bit less than, you know, what you're wanting if you want to move faster and make money faster, if that makes sense.
Well, it does. And so I'm reading Vistaga's talking about multiple travel trailers. The thing is that an RV and a travel trailer, I mean, there's a big difference there as far as what you're going to be able to get. I mean, that Keystone was not something that you're going to put on your wedge trailer.
Oh, no. You're
right.
No, not even
so
close.
And so I just want to make sure, for anybody that doesn't know, just to clarify, if we see a travel, because I think I said travel trailer when we were really looking at that Keystone. So just trying to clarify. Also, Travis
is.
Yeah, we'll try to keep the. In fact, I mean, in general, I don't like to see any trailers, but Vistaga's right. You can haul those travel trailers.
Look at that. There's a 3-pack right there from Tampa to Charleston for $13.25, $1 a mile per car.
What happens when you get to Charleston? You think you can get out of there?
You get stuck and suck.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't like Charleston.
I know.
mean, honestly,
I've only gone there a few times because, yeah, it's kind of tough.
It's hard. It's pulling teeth to get out of there. Here's 2 for auto sled going into Cleveland, Tennessee out of Orlando that are paying pretty good, too.
Interesting.
I don't know where Cleveland, Tennessee is off the top of my head. I want to say that must be over by Chattanooga.
Yeah, I think it's near Knoxville-ish. Chattanooga, yeah. I think.
Yeah, it's by Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. So that's not really that bad because you could still always load. If you had to out of Nashville, you're only about 100 miles from Nashville, too. In case there was nothing out of Chattanooga. Because Chattanooga is kind of a rough place, too, to get out of. Unless you can take big stuff. A lot of times there's big stuff out of Chattanooga.
And yet it's I find myself in Chattanooga more than Charleston.
Oh, yeah. Like, not even thinking twice. At least if you're in Chattanooga, like I said, you can get loaded either out of Knoxville or Nashville. Charleston, you're kind of screwed. You either got to go backwards or up forth northern to get loaded. It's tough. Charleston's tough.
I know.
I mean, it might not be right now. I haven't looked at Charleston because I don't do it.
Travis, it could be one of those cities that somebody's like, yeah, I love this one. Travis says, I'm based in Nashville. Cleveland, Ohio commonly has decent loads coming to Nashville. Loads going to Ohio tend to be hit or miss. Sue, where would you send me first with end goal of landing in Cleveland? Non-CDL, take 3, gooseneck, 45 foot of deck space. Based in Nashville, likes Cleveland.
Based in Nashville. But you're only 45 foot? Are you seriously taking 3 vehicles on there or just 2?
No, it's a take 3. Right? Well, it's take 3 trailer, 45 foot of deck space.
It says 45 foot. So that's really only 2 vehicles unless you got 3 small ones.
Yeah.
And any more 3 small ones are hard to come by. If you were in Nashville, usually the stuff I take out of Nashville and you want to end up in Cleveland, eventually, is that what he's saying? Let's see. On take. So when I'm in Nashville, I have usually what comes up. You either go to Kansas City, you can go to Cleveland, sometimes Detroit, always Dallas. There's always stuff to Dallas. There's always stuff to Houston. Don't go to Houston unless you absolutely have to go to Houston, though. You can obviously take stuff from Nashville down to Atlanta. Right now, those rates are super high, but it's a short run, and I don't like to make $600-700 a day. I want to make more like $1,200-1,500 a day. So I would probably do or Iowa. There's sometimes good loads up to Iowa. And then Minnesota, which don't let me forget, we have to talk about my Minnesota problem that we're having right now. We'll discuss that here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
But
The
there's like, we
Minnesota
just took loads
problem.
from Nashville to Dallas. Yeah, we got loads from Nashville to Dallas. One paid $1,000. One paid $700. What's your other two? What'd they pay? 6 and 6? Something like that. Those are outrageous funds for, just so everybody knows, out of Nashville going to Dallas. You're lucky when you're getting $500 a car, but if you're getting $1,000 or $700, $600 a car to go to Dallas from Nashville, like, you're hitting a home run at that point in time. And they're
Oh
on there
yeah.
right now.
Nashville, Dallas, Atlanta are such
Yeah.
common routes that it's really hard
Yeah.
to break out of that
Yeah.
standard.
And then if
We
you were
move
in
it all
Dallas-
day box.
Yeah. And then if you were in Dallas to get back to Cleveland, I'd probably go either Dallas to Kansas City, Dallas to St. Louis, or Dallas back to Nashville, or Dallas to Kentucky, something like that, to get you back up to Ohio or Detroit area, something like that. That's usually kind of what would be the run. Or, also out of Nashville, you get a lot of stuff to New Orleans and Baton Rouge. There's usually a lot of loads going that way too. And right now, the rates are really, in most places, are high because they're having to compete against each other. So they're having to, raise these rates up. Now, the loads that we got yesterday, 2 of them were for major brokers that you have to be signed up with, and you have to be in business for so long to even haul for them. So that was the reason why the rates were so high. I mean, believe it or not, the $1,000 car was for United Road. I know, hold yourself back. I can't believe it either. So that you do not see every single day.
Where'd you find that on Holly, or was it on Central? Where'd you find that car?
Janice, was it on Central, or did you find it on the Holly board itself? No, I found it on Holly. She went to the Holly board and found it there. So you kind of have to watch. Like I said, they don't always list the cars onto Central until a certain time in the day. And it's just like ACV will only use their board unless it's a load that they just cannot get rid of, and then they eventually put it on Central Dispatch. So you have to watch all those load boards constantly in between to make sure that you're not missing out on something.
Do you do that? Do you look at other load, or do you check other load? You don't check other load boards?
Yeah, we keep all the load boards up.
You do?
Yeah. Even like Super Dispatch has their own load board too. If we've got a driver in a certain area, I'll go check each of those areas, because you can put in general. Like if you want to put in United Road, you can just say, hey, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and you can put to all. It'll show you everything that's in there. Same thing with the Super Dispatch board. Ready Auto and all Cars Arrive. Cars Arrive, I think you have to put in where you're at and then give them areas. I don't think you can just put to all. But you want to check those places, because like I said, they do not put them on the board at the same time they're on their board. They go on their board first, and then twice a day, I think is what United Road does, they update to Central Dispatch. And that means removing loads too. So you could call on a load or go to the Holly board and that load's already gone because they haven't removed it yet. So don't think because that load is on the board that load is actually there and available. It's usually not, because if it's a good load, it's already gone. So yeah, it's like we are multitasking all the time. Let's put it that way.
I know what it's like. When you're constantly looking at different load boards, what happens is over time you end up just coming back to the one main load board, because it's really hard unless you've got a specific reason. Maybe you've got a driver, there's one spot left, and now you know exactly what you're looking for. Then you're checking the other load boards. But if you're route scouting, yeah, you pretty much just stick to the main one.
Well, in general, just because I know where my guys like to go, I kind of know where I want to head to, especially if like I got to get back to a certain place by a certain time. I know the areas I want to send my drivers to kind of round them up to get them home by the end of the week. So I'm always looking in certain areas because I know what the rates are and that kind of thing. But that's from experience. That's, that's not going to be just a dispatcher, figuring that out on the first day of work. You're going to have to know that kind of stuff.
This is interesting. Chris just shared, and I found the link. If you go to waveexpress.com, it says transport RVs with Wave Express. That's interesting.
Oh, so list them on there.
This is
Instead
off
of
the
over
beaten
here.
path of dispatching, but essentially, I mean, I'm happy to talk about DAT load board or 123 load board.
Yeah.
We just don't because that's
Yeah.
mostly general freight.
Right.
But so yeah, Wave Express and
Right.
RMIS and factoring companies, in one way or another, it weaves into the giant basket of auto transport. Speaking of baskets, you know what time it is?
What?
No, it's
Time
not
for me to
time
tell you
for
my Minnesota story?
it's. Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna tease that up. We're teasing the Minnesota
Okay.
story. I can't wait to hear the Minnesota story. And if you want to hear the Minnesota
Okay.
story too, you have to stick around. That's right. You have to. Because what we're going to do is we are going to go to, it's time for Are You a Car Shipping Guru with Larry? All right. So what we're
Okay.
going to do
All right,
is
Larry, let's go.
go to, on Tuesday nights, you go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. This is how you play the game. It is time to reveal the answers from Tuesday night. Here we go. What was the first model year of the Ford Bronco? 57, 66, 69, or 73?
Huh.
I'm going to go with 66.
Well,
It could be 50. I mean,
I'm going to go with 73.
okay.
I have no idea about this one.
Sue's got, I know this is a tough one. Sue's got 73. Jay's got 66. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Oh, I got it.
Oh,
Wow.
66.
Pretty much a guess. Oh, Rob had 73. What's up, Rob? Thanks for playing. Okay, here we go. Next. What is the most appropriate carrier pay to ship a 2019 Nissan Altima from Nashville to Wichita? Didn't we do this one? Oh, no, I read this one. Okay. Almost had a...
I'm going to say 735, but I would like 900.
I hear you. Well, what do you think it's going to pay today? Because this is today. Is it 900?
I think it's still going to be 735.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to go with
I get 450 to 5 to Kansas City, so that's why I think it's going to be 735.
Yeah, I'm going for the win, 735. There it is.
Ding.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, cool. Here we go. Number 3. What is the most appropriate carrier pay to ship a 2019 Chevy Trax from Billings, Montana to Lexington, Kentucky? 630, 800, 970, or 1330?
I wouldn't do it for any less than 1330, but I think it's going to be 970. Just because nobody should go to Billings, Montana anyways.
This is a tough one. I know, because it's usually the second highest, but sometimes it's the big one. Chevy Trax 2019, Billings, Lexington. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 970. I wish it was 1330. I think it's 970. Oh, get out of here!
Oh my god!
Oh
Whoa,
my god!
I'm shocked.
That gets all
I'm
the
so
noises.
shocked.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, wow.
Totally
Dang it.
shocked
I fell
about
off
that
the
one.
leaderboard. Even Rob, nobody got that.
Mm.
That is amazing. Dang. Larry knows his stuff. Visit transportautoquoter.com. Here we go. What is the distance between white dashed lines on U.S. roads, highways, and passing lanes? 10 foot, 2 foot, 5 foot, 8 foot.
The distance between white dashed lines.
I know. I'm
What the hell
still
does that
kind of
mean?
confused. Is this I mean, I guess
Is that
literally the
in
distance.
between
Yeah, the
side to
empty
side?
space. No, the empty space between the dashes. So I'm gonna go with 5 foot. I think it's 5 feet from dash
Go
to
with-
dash, right? It's probably more like 8
Oh,
because you're
I
as you're
don't-
driving, you're sitting in the car, you're looking through the windshield, dash, 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 all day
Oh.
long, right? How much space
on the
is in
left-hand side, right?
Well,
You're talking about in the middle?
yeah, in the middle. Well, I mean, you don't
Okay.
drive down the middle, but yeah.
Yellow here.
Yeah, see, it's yellow here. That's why you're losing me.
Yeah,
The white
yeah.
lines here are on the outside lanes.
The white is just the bar, the line.
Well,
so you don't
just
go off
that's
in the
just
ditch.
great.
Yeah.
Get your colors right on that.
Now we got to throw the whole game out.
Larry's colorblind. What do you
Does
expect?
anybody have an answer? All right. Well, anyways, wherever these lines are, what's the distance?
I don't know. I don't even know what to answer because
All right. I'm gonna go with 5. Ready?
Okay, go for it.
Oh my God! It's 10.
Oh,
We all just got hosed.
So-
I mean, that was just a hose fest. I mean,
well, and I
he's-
still don't understand where
well,
we're
he's-
supposed to be measuring.
see, Mark's in Ohio or wherever, so I don't know. Okay, here we go. Which of the following will impact the quality of a vehicle inspection? Nighttime delivery, paint finish, dust on the vehicle, or all of the above?
All of the above.
Yeah, I'll just do that too.
That's what I think. I think it's all of the above.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Abraham's got white line fever. I think we all just got white line fever. So count up your scores, see if you win. Don't forget, join us Tuesday night when we get a fresh round of 5 questions, and that's when you can go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. Right then and there, we do the questions at about the 30-minute mark on Tuesday nights, and maybe you win something. In fact, Tuesday night is another, get this, wait for it. Tuesday night is a Wheel O Topics. So that should be pretty interesting. So join us for that. And we're going to have a full panel and topics. Now, Sue, I know that I never know if I should invite you or not. Because you're welcome to join us if you want to, Sue. But you don't have to. I've got a panel. So think about it.
Okay.
Tuesday
Okay,
night.
I will.
You want to join? Oh, look at that. Sue's going to join us.
What are we doing Tuesday night?
Right? She's like, what
So
happened?
because-
Hopefully, Sue's like anything but the white dashed lines question.
Yes,
Amen.
please.
Right?
Tuesday night is Wheel O Topics. Here, I'm going to add you to my list.
Okay.
And Sue
Okay.
is in. Cool. You're going to be in the panel from 8:40 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Okay?
Okay.
And you can do audio, video, whatever you want to do. We've already got, and I think Mark. Okay, Mark is a strong maybe.
Okay.
But we've got, it'll be Ty, Tim Scoutelis at Max Digital, Lionel and Linda Yates with insurance, Joe Burkari, Midwestern Car Carriers, he'll be there, Alex Lyons, Transwest Trailers, Stan Imbeden, that's Kansas Transit Express. Stan was the driving force behind, you can share your screen again when you're ready. Stan was the driving force behind mobile app Tug of War, which is actually a topic on Wheel of Topics, so that's going to be great.
Okay.
So it's going to be pretty fun. And actually, I think the mobile app Tug of War topic, I think we haven't even scratched the surface, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. In fact, I was thinking about how
No, probably not.
I was watching social media, and another company had an app, and I'm like, oh god. Now every time I see another
Oh, no,
app,
not
I'm like,
another
not
app."
another one. um,
Oh,
Daryl Glenn Transport says hi, Sue. What's up, Daryl Glenn Transport?
hey, Brian, how are you?
So Sue's got a Minnesota problem.
Yes, I do. Okay, first off, if anybody is in Duluth, Minnesota, and can help a girl out, call me immediately. Now I'm going to tell you what's going on. So, I have a driver that's up there with no CDL. He's only a 2-car carrier. He's got a pickup truck and, a 2-car flatbed. He went into this, he just gotten fixed. He's been sitting for 2 days, just got fixed, goes through the scale, they shut him down. And he is, by the way, he only has one car
God.
on. They tell him that he is overweight. Even if he didn't have a car on there, he isn't allowed to carry this truck and trailer at
Oh
all.
God.
Because
no.
he doesn't have a CDL. They're
Yeah,
going by
Brian
the gross
talks
value
about
weight.
this. Oh
not
God.
Yes, and they're going by the gross value weight, not what he's actually carrying. They're saying that because between his truck and trailer, he weighs 33,000 pounds. He's not allowed to drive it because he doesn't have a CDL. You and I both know that is not how this works, but they will not let him leave.
Well,
So
where's he from? Not
he's
Minnesota.
from South Carolina.
Okay, right, exactly.
No, not
This is
Minnesota.
the kind of thing. Does he have Brian's number? He needs to contact Brian
No.
ASAP. Now, it's not Brian
Okay.
is not, he's not your get out of jail attorney, but he can tell this guy, what to do now.
That they're wrong.
Well,
Okay.
no.
Because they are wrong.
Well, are they wrong?
What do you mean? No.
Well, are they?
Yeah.
Well, they may.
It's not. It's not what the gross. It should not be the gross value weight of what your truck and trailer can carry. That's what they're going by. It's not. That's not what he actually weighs. That's what he can carry between the truck and trailer.
Fair. Okay. Fair enough. Correct. They're not going by his actual truck and trailer weight. They're going by what he can carry.
Yes, and they're telling him he cannot move because he can only, with no CDL, he can only carry 26,001 pounds.
When did this happen?
Which is not the way it works.
When did this happen?
This happened yesterday.
Where is he now?
So,
is he like in a hotel or something?
He's still no. Okay, so what happened was they told him he couldn't move. They told him to unhook his trailer. When he did that, then everything that they did just prior to that to fix it all went back down. So then the truck wouldn't start. He had to be towed back to the dealership where they had just fixed him 20 miles down the road.
Get the hell out. Oh my God.
He is trying to find a driver to get in the truck to go pick up the truck and the trailer back at the weigh station so he can get on the road and get past this weigh station. So we're looking for a driver.
Well, now I've heard of this
20
problem.
miles.
So he can't find a CDL driver at a truck stop near Duluth, Minnesota? What?
No, he hasn't been able to find anybody. I told him to find somebody right there at the weigh station and tell him drive it down the road for you. And nobody was there, and then the truck wouldn't start. So now they fixed the truck. He's got a sign on the front of the truck windshield at the dealership saying, $100, need a CDL driver, come drive me out of there. And I posted it on Ziggy's website too, trying to get somebody to help us as well.
Wow.
And
have you talked to Ziggy?
Yet. No, he's been answering me right now. He's getting all the information for me as we speak.
Okay, yeah, because Ziggy, actually, that's a really good idea. I'll just say shout out to Ziggy. Ziggy Keller.
Yes.
Auto Transport Everything IATA. I actually talked to Ziggy, was it last week? We got to talk for a while. We got to catch up. And, yeah, I mean, he really cares and really tries to help. That's a great idea. I'm so glad you thought of that. So if you haven't been to autotransporteverything.com, visit that on Facebook. Yeah, we're going to say, this is great. This
I don't
really
know if Ziggy, he just told me.
But, yeah, what did he?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ziggy just told me, how do I hire a non-licensed, or what he just said this. He said, how do you employ people who don't have the proper proper license? Well, first off, there are drivers out there with non-CDLs that drive all the time. And they said, I'd like to see if they even have their own authority, which they do. They have a DOT, they have authority. You can have all of those things without being a CDL driver. That is not required. Mm-hmm. Just so everybody knows, are wrong.
Wow. Well, I know. See, As if you didn't have enough to do already, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's the that's what's so crazy. That's a good wrapper on the Dispatching Live show, is that should be a muggo problem. As if I didn't have enough problems already.
Right.
I got another new problem. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
here's the thing. I always want people to have CDLs. I do not like drivers who do not have CDLs, but this is a 2-car. I don't have to worry about weights on a 2-car. As we all know, you have to be under 26,001 pound with a non-CDL driver. That's very hard to do with a 3-car wedge or a 3-car trailer, period. This guy is a 2-car. It's not usually an issue. I've been driving this guy for over a month and not had a problem. I have other drivers that are 2-cars that do not have this problem.
But
they just hit somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Well, I agree with you. I agree that's probably the case. And yet, man, maybe there's something in this county, in this state. I don't know. But I would say this is that, because I've heard
you have to give me Brian's phone number though.
Oh, here, I'm going to give you Brian's phone number. I would say, I think the sign and the money is the way to go, because he's there. He needs somebody there ready to go. Just keep on looking for somebody. Get the sign, cross out the 100, put 200. You know.
Yeah.
But
something.
Find somebody. That's going to be the way to go. Because anything else. But talking to Brian, I put Brian. Oh, that's Brian Riker. I've just put a phone number. Jay's putting random phone numbers. That's Brian Riker's phone number for DOT compliance. Okay, that's his phone number. And if you call Brian, yes, he should, while he's holding the sign, he should call Brian. Not the dispatcher, not the accountant, and not the marketing person.
Yeah.
The driver, the owner. Yeah. Call Brian, tell him what's going on, hold up your sign, find somebody nearby that'll take the cash and do the job and get it done. Well, what I always wonder is, will the DOT guy not let the trailer go because, who's this random guy picking up a trailer? Do they have a?
They don't care. They said
they don't care
because it doesn't matter as long as you got a CDL. That's all that's going to matter to them. That's what they're going by.
All right.
Which is silly too. I mean that.
Well, it is.
I've never had them do this. I've had them do other stuff with non-CDL drivers, but I've never had them like being overweight with a non-CDL. I've had that happen, and they get a warning, and they let them go.
Well, and
this is different. They're saying no matter what, he couldn't take this.
I've heard of this before, and Michael even says he should try to get a trailer that's derated or a smaller truck. I have a feeling that the Minnesota DOT guy is on to something, but it's tricky.
Okay, that means that they're not going to let us.
And did he get a fine?
This guy goes through.
Did he get an overweight fine too?
No.
Really?
They gave him warnings. They just told him he wasn't driving it out of there. Yeah. Is that not weird?
That is weird.
Because technically, you know why they couldn't give him an overweight? Because he's not overweight.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, Francisco says they are right.
Literally.
I'm waiting for them to get the insurance.
How?
I don't know, but I think Brian. Well, I know
right.
Brian. You can't stump Brian, even though people try every Wednesday at noon live on Auto Transport Intel. But Francisco, I think Francisco's right. I think they got something. I think they got him on a technicality, but it is weird they didn't give him a violation. Right, Vistaga says wait until they close. I've heard that one before too. Is there any way?
Well, that's what that was last night. Well, he should have left last night.
Well, is there any way that them being closed might not work? Like they don't chain it up or anything, right?
No, they just sit. It's sitting there. They can't do anything to it. It's not like they, take it to a yard or anything like that. It's just sitting there.
I'd put on my Mission Impossible headgear and.
Let me ask him that. I'm gonna send him a text right now.
Yeah, go tonight. Just hang out. Go watch a movie. Go watch a double feature and sneak in. Allegedly, supposedly, maybe. I heard that somewhere. Do we have any other more lows we need to look? That's what I was thinking. Wait till they close everybody. What should you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 125. Oh, I want to share this. Yeah. I want to do this. This is fun. This is really cool. This is a video from 2008. This is pretty funny. I mean, it's not funny, but so this is. She's got the dog. She's got the clipboard. Notice there's no cell phone. You will not see a cell phone in this video. This video was made in like 2008.
Yeah,
I guess this is right. This is vehicle. This is driver inspection bill of lading in 2008. This video is awesome, actually.
Is she the driver?
We don't know. We're gonna assume maybe.
I doubt she's carrying a dog.
Well, you know that's
Maybe
what's so
she's
funny.
the wife.
Do you know exactly? Do you know how many drivers have dogs though? Dogs or cats, right? So that's
Dogs, cats,
dog,
birds.
cat. She has a
Yes.
clipboard. She's doing the scratches, the dents. This thing. I mean, this video goes on, and I don't even know how much of the car she actually covers. But you know, there's no photos. Hey, and she has flip flops. So she is a driver. I mean, this is hilarious. And this is 2008. I feel like it's from the 70s, right?
Yeah, it looks more like from the 70s, right? Well, it doesn't help that the truck isn't older truck either.
Oh
Because
my
there's
gosh.
newer vehicles if you look behind her. This is just an old truck.
That is just so funny. I love this video. You're right. Maybe it was recorded in the 70s and uploaded in 2008. We got another video here. This was sent. This was sent by Ben at Super Dispatch. So it's kind of like a wait a minute, what? We're gonna go back. We're gonna rewind that. So basically, okay, I think what we've got here is, so the front car is pulling the other two, and I guess, and this is on I-70. Can you do that? Can you pull two cars with a sedan on I-70?
I'm pretty sure not. I'm pretty sure not.
And then this guy's the lead. He's got a van with a single car, and he's hauling a minivan. And it looks to me like all 6 cars were just purchased at a salvage auction. I don't know. This is hilarious. Right? Because that van, that's not a transport vehicle.
No.
But they did have, at least they had a
vomit.
single car trailer. So, really funny stuff. You know, the guy standing at the DOT station in Duluth should show this one to the officer.
Yeah.
So, a real crowd pleaser. And then, of course, we've got this.
Scuff these ones, you can say you hate me, you can call.
Okay, let's rewind that. This is why it doesn't
no.
pay to post it really, really cheap. Like, look, he's holding up his ramp. Here it comes again. He's holding up the ramp with a chair. Look at this.
Oh my god.
What? And that's why it fell.
That is so bad.
You don't hold up a ramp with a chair, man.
That is horrible.
It really is. Here,
I'm sure the customer is like freaking out as this happens.
Oh my god, there's the
That looks
chair.
like a newer truck.
Okay, wait. The reason the ramp fell, he was holding up with a furniture dolly. So you get what you pay
Well,
for.
yeah, they're not the right. It's true. Because look at the outside of the truck. It's not a quality company for sure.
Because whoever booked this probably hadn't
That's
been.
crazy.
They're definitely not in business for 2 years, so they're not signed up with everybody. A chair, they're holding up ramps with a chair and a furniture dolly, and then, yeah, the inevitable happens.
But hey, it was enclosed, Jay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're so excited
Oh
about.
my God.
It's
Each time
enclosed.
you show that, I just cringe.
I know it's
Oh
horrible.
my God.
It's horrible.
That is horrible.
Oh man, Vistaga says the funny thing is that all three are running. Yeah, exactly. It is amazing. Those are amazing videos. And unfortunately, shoot, we're out of time. Just when we started to actually have fun.
He almost made it. Yeah, he did almost make it. He
I
probably wouldn't
know.
have made if he had made it. He probably didn't make it out after they got delivery.
Oh my God! Exactly.
Oh,
well, I
man.
was wondering that. How do you deliver? Have you seen the video where they're raising? They got They have two 53-foot drive vans with lift gates, and they're lifting a vehicle off the road with two lift gates, and the vehicle's straddling
Oh
the
my
gates.
God. Oh my God.
And it works, but it works out. These guys have done this before. So poor little. Was that a Raptor?
Wow.
It was
Yeah,
a
it might have
Ram
been. It was a big
TRX.
black truck. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's a Ram.
Oh, okay.
Ram TRX. Here, let's watch it again. Sue's. Let's give Sue another heart attack. Ready? Let's just see it one more time. Oh shoot. That's just fun, isn't it? It's good, clean fun. Thank you guys so much for joining in the live chat today. And I really do appreciate it. We didn't look for a lot of loads, but we did look for some. And if you missed this video or whatever, or maybe you got something. Oh, actually, bad news. We don't have a show. Okay, so we have next
On
Thursday. Yeah, we don't have a show on the 17th or we'll find out on the 24th. Yeah. No show on the 17th. I'm going to be at Car Conference in Vegas. So, but do join us Tuesday night on Wheel O Topics, and Sue's going to be there too. So that's so cool. Thank you, Sue.
Yep.
And thanks everybody for tuning in for another Dispatching Live. We are Jay and Sue. We are Dispatching Live. And hey, this was show 58 for Dispatching Live. Is that amazing?
Wow.
No.
That is amazing.
It is. 58 times. Right now somebody's like, really? You guys have done this 58 times? Why? So, yeah, thank you so much for saying hello, for tuning in. Everybody stay safe. Join us tomorrow on Cars on the Move. And otherwise, we'll see you Tuesday night. Keep us posted. Send us your stuff. autotransportintel@gmail.com. Let us know how we can help. And Sue, I can't wait to hear what happens in Duluth, Minnesota.
All right. Hopefully something good.
I know. I'm praying for that guy.
Me too.
He's going to need it.
Yeah.
He'll get through it. Everything works out. All right. Say goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue.